She did have a dependence on alcohol and prescription drugs. She talked about her drinking patterns. She drank every day. She was proud that she drank cognac.
What do you mean she was proud she drank cognac?
It was important to her that people think well of her, and I think she thought that cognac was a high-class alcohol.
Did you find her to be suicidal?
Yes. She talked of killing herself and of the depression and anger that she felt, and she talked about how she would do it. She talked about previous attempts at doing that. So it was a serious threat.
What is the dynamic of suicide?
Well, reasons for suicide are very complicated. For some people, that's the only way of getting back at somebody and expressing their anger at someone.
Did you have any impression as to whether there was someone that she wanted to get back at?
Yes, I did.
Who was that?
José, her husband.
And this was to punish him for something?
She was extremely angry at him for having had an extramarital affair that she knew about, and I think one of the main reasons that she was suicidal was because it was so hurtful for her and to punish her husband.
In addition to punishing her husband, it would obviously have an impact on her children, is that correct?
Absolutely. The impact on the children would have been secondary to her.
What do you mean by that?
I think her purpose was to punish her husband, and she didn't think much about the effect on her children.
Did you diagnose her to be depressed?
Yes. Initially, I thought it might be just related to the discovery of the affair, but as I learned subsequently, it had been a long-term condition for her for many, many years. She told me about how she would have fits of crying, fits of anger. The anger would be triggered by an event, and the response, or her anger, might be much more severe than the triggering event would have naturally caused.
Did you find her to be an obsessive personality?
Yes. She told me that she constantly read self-help books, and she was very, very focused on her husband's affair, and it was very difficult for her to consider or discuss anything else. Once she found out about it, she wanted to find out everything about it. She went through her husband's American Express card receipts from his office. She even flew to New York, and she told me that she stood outside the address of the woman he had the affair with and waited for her to come out onto the street so that she could see her. And then she walked past her so that she could see her up close. She was constantly thinking about her and her husband, the affair with her.
Did you form an opinion as to the effect of this on her as a parent?
She was so focused on José and the affair that she was not available to, I think at that time, one of her sons was living at home, and she was not available for that relationship.
Who was the most important person in the family to Kitty Menendez?
José was.
So it would have been José rather than the children?
Oh, absolutely.
Did you find that she had any support system outside the family in terms of either friends or relatives?
No, she had recently moved from New Jersey to California. She had said that she had no friends in California and no relatives here. So the only real support for her at that time appeared to be her husband.
About friends from Princeton?
She said she had acquaintances, but she had really not formed close friendships with people in New Jersey, and certainly didn't want them to know about what was going on with her.
You knew that she had two brothers and a sister?
Yes, but she didn't feel that they would be supportive.
Did you find that public appearance was extremely important to her?
Very important to her, yes.
Did you discuss with her the option of divorce?
Yes. She did not want to consider divorce. She stated that she loved her husband very much, although she was very angry with him, and that why should she divorce? She had no place to go.
Did she express any feelings with regard to what a divorce would say about her in the eyes of the community? The
appearances were very important, and a divorce would have demonstrated that that family had failed, and that was important to her, that it not look that way.
That the family looked successful?
Yes.
Even if that meant staying in a very painful marriage?
Yes.